Alright guys, today we are going to have fun drawing a cartoon boy. Let's draw it.
Here we go! Wonder Friends, Wonder Friends. It's time for Wonder Friends Show! Yeah, right!
Alright, Wonder Friends, we are going to draw a cartoon boy, and before we start, just a quick reminder that you're going to draw a little different than mine. The point of this video is really to help you learn how to draw a cartoon boy. So you're going to draw your own version of this, and if I go too fast, just pause the video, rewind, or if you feel like you mess up, just get a new piece of paper. No big deal. Not everybody's perfect. I'm certainly not. I mess up all the time when I'm trying to come up with characters and in everything. So it's okay. All right, so guys, as you start, we're going to start with our page up and down, and we are going to build a cartoon boy. And really what I want to start with is I want to just start with a shape just like that. Just make a random little shape like so. And you can trail it off just like I did there because we're going to use all this to start building a character, and I want to kind of show you how you can do all that. Once you make your shape like that, we're just going to put a shape like this at the bottom of it. Okay, so kind of like a bent-in box, I guess. It doesn't have to be a certain way. And then on each side, I want you just to draw some straight lines down, and somewhere in the middle there, just put another one. Those are just going to be little guidelines that we're going to use, and we're going to draw two little lines over from each one of those, okay? So you kind of end up with this right now that doesn't look like anything, but you're gonna see how it's gonna start to take shape for us in a really cool way. And let's just draw, this is a line like that, and a straight line over, just like so. Now, you can put some lines on this if you want. You can add a little extra line like that. You know, look down at your shoes. What do your shoes have on there? It's a great way to kind of add any little things. Shoelaces, you know, all those little details. Up to you. You can put them or not. And then we're going to put on each side of this, we're going to kind of just put these little triangle shapes, just like so. Now, just remember, like, I went over the line here. You know, these aren't lined up perfect. Remember, we're making a cartoon character. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a way that we're going to start building a character, because a lot of times when we do these things like this, we're practicing. So this character may not be exactly what we want it to look like right now, which is fine, because we're learning how to draw a character. We're going to draw two shapes that come out like that, and then just borrow those hot dog shapes to put on the ends, okay? And then for this one, we're going to draw one arm down, and we're just going to draw those hot dog shapes there too, okay? You know, and it looks kind of funky, and his belly's kind of weird and all stuff like that, but that's fine. Remember, we started with just a simple shape, and we're going to turn it into something. I can add some little lines like this. I can put a circle on a t-shirt, and let's say I want to do like a tongue hanging out of the shirt. You can add pockets, which are just put little lines like that on each side. Now back to the face, we're going to pretend that there's an imaginary line running between each one, and on each side of that I just want you to put two ovals, and if you see, I turn them a little, okay? They're not up and down, I turn them just a little, but you can make them up and down if you want. That works out fine as well. And then we're just going to do a backwards C right there for the nose. It's just a C. And then for a smile, we're going to just bring a big smile up just like that. Okay? And if you want to open the mouth, you can. If you want to do, I'm just going to draw that he has like one tooth kind of just hanging out there, right? And I'm going to draw inside here just two ovals. Okay? And let's color them all in, except for a little bit at the top. So when you do that, it kind of gives a little bit of a shine look, or shine like it's wet, right? Like your eyeball is wet. And then I'm going to put some ears. Ears are going to fall in this area right here. And all an ear is a backwards C. Just like so. And then just put the number 6 in there. It's a great way to draw the inside of an ear, just the number 6. Really, really simple. Now remember we drew this line, it kind of came out here, or whatever kind of, we're going to use that as part of our character's hair. We're going to just use the line as it was given to us, part of our design, and then I'm going to just bring another bit of this over here and just kind of put a couple more hair lines in there, just like so. Now the cool part is if you have like thicker markers, you can add some eyebrows. It's really simple just by doing something like that. If you want, you can thicken lines up with a thing. You can totally add in a shadow, which is just gonna be a shape like this. Now I like to do a shadow like this where it doesn't touch the shoes. So it gives a little bit of space. It just gives a little cool little style to it that is a little different, but it also shows a shadow. The nice thing about a shadow when you make a character is it looks like it's standing on something then. And then this of course is like a ground line. This is what this back line is there. Now, you certainly can add different hair to this character. You can change it in a different way where you can add like some hair in the background, right? Like maybe there's some hair behind, you know, there's a party in the back, right? It's got the mullet going on. You can add a thicker line of hair that kind of comes in. You can make the hair just all like black, right? And have this character with his mullet hanging out and having a good time. He's ready to have a ball. You can take your thin markers are great for adding details to each one of these things. So this could be something like along the lines of like some little wave lines. Those are great ways to do it. You can add any more teeth details. You can add like chin stuff. Chin stuff is the easy way to just draw a backwards 6 again, or the number 6 again. You can add all these little extra details to change your character. You can have a couple hairs just like, you know, going bonkers off of it. Maybe this character, there's a story behind why the character is. My point is, guys, I want you to experiment with this and not be stuck in doing things as they're always done. You can change up anything about your characters, including skin colors, body shapes, all that stuff like that, because it's a world that you're making. That's the cool part, is just practice making this world. Now I want to color this in real quick, and you can feel free to color with me now. It'd be a great time to grab any markers or crayons if you want. Remember, this is just a practice one, so we're just going to do this and then we're going to move on and start a new one. So guys, I'm going to speed it up for you right now, so that way you don't have to watch me color, and if you want to color yours just like mine, just pause the video at the end. So let's speed it up. Alright guys, so as you start to wrap up your coloring, I can add in any extra little details the same as you can on yours. Now here's the fun part, like I particularly don't like the color of the skin tone and how it turned out. I was going for trying to make something that looked like, to kind of show that you can make skin tones any different way, and I think the choice that I made that layered it didn't turn out the way I wanted to, but that's fine, because here's the deal, like it still works fine if you want to tell a story about this. Maybe this character forgot to put sunblock on and got sunburned. There's all kinds of different reasons that you can make up in your stories to why this character would be the, like, you know, have the red skin and stuff like that. I thought that the marker was going to turn out to be a different color, but that's okay. It works out fine. The cool part is because we're practicing, it doesn't have to be perfect. And also I wanted to show you that you can see that the lines, it looked like I was scribbling, but it was on purpose. I wanted to kind of give the look or the style of the character a way that was a little different. So it doesn't always have to be exactly like everything you see. Have some fun with it. Make it your own. Experiment with it more, and then get a new piece of paper and draw yourself another one. Rewind this video back and build a different type of character with the same sort of structure. So last thing we got to do is we have to sign it. and put our name on it so everybody knows who made this awesome piece of art. So as you're drawing your cartoons, guys, I just want to emphasize to you that you can make them a bunch of different ways. An easy way to get started, as we talked about earlier, is just building a structure. Knowing that the head goes here, the arms go here, shoulders go here, and then kind of play around with it. Twist it, turn it, pull it, stretch it. Make them big, round, make them short, thin. Just experiment around. And then once you find a character that you like, then try to redraw that multiple times. Don't just settle on the first thing, because sometimes the best characters come out of drawing them more than once. I know when I come up with characters for my books, it usually will start with one character that's something that I really like about it. And then I'll start to draw it in a bunch of different ways. And as I start to do that, an idea comes back. And usually what happens, at least for me, is I go back to the first one and add those little tweaks that I've made along the way. The way that you get really good at drawing cartoon characters is to draw cartoon characters. So today, just spend some time. If you're really wanting to learn how to draw cartoon characters and get better at it, spend a little time today, tomorrow, the next day, and just practice, practice, practice. All right, guys, until I see you, be the weird you want to see in the world. See ya.
Hey Wonder Friends, I would love to see the art you create and feature it on one of my videos. With the help of an adult, take a photo of your finished art and post it on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Don't forget to tag me so I can find it. Hey, are you looking for a signed copy of one of my books? Check out my website, wondervillestudios.com, for books, t-shirts, mugs, and more. I also do loads of school visits and would love to hear from you about scheduling a visit. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out all the other fun drawing lessons. Until I see you, be the weird you want to see in the world. See ya!